I would say get a strategy. I don't care if that's with me or not. Build a plan. Not having a plan is a plan to fail. Identify where you're weak, where you're strong. Evaluate your situation, right? There are some things that just aren't going to be in your favor. Accept that and focus on the things that are in your favor. Or how do you turn the tides on the things that are working against you? Is it short, mid, long term? Where in the process can you have that happen? That helps you kind of start to create this like persistent sustainability and commitment and dedication, right? It's like lose a couple battles, win the war. It's not
Hmm.
a sprint, it's a marathon. And so, really, I think number one is get a strategy, do it now. If you're in the process, fine, reset the table, step back, look at your situation. Where are you going? If you're in a marriage or a relationship, is that where you're going to be? And if you want to get out, start planning. Don't just jump out, right? It's like a spring. Don't
Yeah.
just jump off it, it's going to explode. Um, so planning and prioritizing is associated with that strategy. Um, I think too, this is something that I have had to have a couple conversations with folks, and that's make some really tough decisions. I think that some men feel obligated to fight, and they don't necessarily want to. They don't
Hmm.
want it. They're okay with the outcome, but they fight anyway, and they spend a ton of money. Maybe it's ultimately it's the kid's money, right? And so you create animosity, and no kid wants a high conflict divorce. So
Right.
don't just fight to fight. Have a legitimate reflection on where you are and what do you want. Are you okay with being a alternating weekend parent? And that's okay. Like that, if that's okay with you, that's okay. It has to be okay with everybody else. That's where you're going to go, then do it. Don't
Hmm.
fight for 50-50 if you're going to get $100,000 in and go, I just don't want to do it anymore. Also, don't get into the fight if you're going to run out of money or run out of steam
Sure.
halfway through. That
Sure.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is really a close look at, are you ready for the road ahead? Do you really know what divorce means? And that's having a conversation with somebody who understands that it is a marathon, maybe an Ironman, and you just have to be ready to take some licks along the way. And so I think that's my advice is really kind of do a gut check on everything, whether you're along the way, whether you're preparing for it. It doesn't matter where you are. Family law is dynamic.